What's up? What's up? What's up? Woo! It's another one. Don't forget to hit the like button. We got to talk about this, and shouts out to MREC TV. Oh, and they finally sent a notification that popped up on my screen. Things are turning around for me. They got my words. They got my message. They got it. Maybe now, maybe y'all will get this same alert too. Let's hope my messages got through. Now, we're going to talk about this because a lot of things and developments happened after the fact. Well, I'm glad y'all did. Hit the like button, good people, as we about to get to it, like we always do. Now, Dave Chappelle was celebrating Deion Cole's birthday. And celebrating Deion Cole's birthday, they were drinking, smoking, having a good time. He got on stage and began to talk about Katt Williams. Now I know. This is gonna mean something quite incredible. Shouts out to MREC TV. Don't forget to subscribe to his page, and he has the full video. We will not show the full video because we want you to go to his page and watch the full video. We're going to show you clips and highlights because it was very interesting what's going to happen here and what I've been seeing. So I said, I got to talk about this before I lay down and take my nap and get ready for my football game. Now, Dave Chappelle breaks his silence, and here you go.
All you can do niggas have to admit I did it. And I don't know where Katt is, but that nigga's waiting for all of us.
MREC TV.
Katt is gonna kill us all. Oh my God. I love everybody, but I love Katt Williams more than a lot of people. And that nigga is wild.
MREC TV.
All right. I'm at war with the Illuminati too.
Yeah,
but
you
part of the war is ethering Cedric the Entertainer. I'm going to dismantle the Illuminati. But I'm going to stop with Cedric the Entertainer.
MREC TV.
Cedric's a good dude. He's old, he's fat. Leave this nigga alone.
MREC TV.
Steve Harvey doesn't even do this anymore. Hey, Jones. Hey, lady, you tweet. Don't tell anybody what I'm saying. This bitch like she tweeting LA Times. Katt Williams beef is hot. Don't do that. Don't do that. Everybody put your phones down. Let's just have a good time.
Now, he wasn't doing this because he didn't want it to go out. He was just having a good time. He was vibing. He was having a good vibe. His thing was, I know D-Ray. He's from Chicago too. So yeah, we know D-Ray. So we know his story. We know everything about him. So yeah, he is cool with Katt. Katt looked out for him. Katt looked out for a lot of these dudes. But here's the thing: Chappelle know Katt too. They both from Ohio, came out of Ohio, comedians. Look, that's beside the point. Listen to what's happening here, good people. Dave Chappelle was going into his spew, and that's why he was like, "Whoa, wait a minute now. We just having fun." Put your cameras down. Don't tweet nobody what I said. Because, you know, Netflix is going to get mad. You see, they know the business of it. Netflix is like, what are you giving away that we're going to be paying you multi-millions of dollars for to do a special if you're already doing the jokes on stage? You see? Doesn't I tell you it was something bigger going on here? Now, before you go and do the jokes, you work the jokes in small places and rooms and stuff. So they were thinking nobody, you know, everybody got to put their phone down. Somebody had a phone going. And that one phone has got all this stuff going. And shouts out to MREC, because MREC seemed to have the best one going. Don't forget to follow MREC TV. Support him, his show, everything. On his YouTube page, the whole nine. Now, as he's breaking this down, Dave is a very smart man, and so is Katt Williams. These people have different philosophies. One is Malcolm X, one is Dr. King. Chappelle is Dr. King, Katt Williams is Malcolm X. Two different philosophies, two smart men. Now, yes, but people tell the truth when they're drunk. Most drunk people don't lie because they don't know how. It's harder to lie because you got to think. So when you're listening to this, you're going to hear some things that you are not going to understand really probably in the first go. But I get it because I said the same things in my video. And the same thing happened to Dave, happened to me. Let's play it up.
You said what? No, D-Ray, you know why? Because Marlon Wayans called me and told me you said what Katt did was good for comedy. No, it's not.
And Breck
Nigga,
TV.
I'm 50. No, it's not. No, because he did that shit.
He shot a lot of lights regardless of what motherfucker. He shot a lot of lights on comedy when shit was born. Motherfuckers out here bored in the motherfucker. He made it basketball again. It's competitive. Yeah. You want? Can we get you want? You going 2000?
No, shut up, nigga, because you know why? You know why I disagree? Because I put a special out the same day, and it was fine. And this nigga had to come out. I read 3,000 books by the time I was 7 years old. What the fuck are you talking about, man? We telling you money. Where's the money in that? Where is the money in that?
Now, what he's trying to say is that where is the money in that? You see, what D-Ray saying, this Marlon Wayans had texted him and told him that he said, he's like, man, Marlon told me you said that this was good for comedy. What Katt Williams did was good for comedy. Dave don't agree with that. What Katt Williams did was good for comedy. And now everybody is hating on Dave. Something that hadn't happened in a million years. Everybody's mad at Dave Chappelle and calling Dave Chappelle jealous and a hater. On social media. I'm seeing it. I'm shocked. I'm like, whoa. Social media's turning on Dave? Y'all didn't turn on Dave. Dave could do no wrong. Dave could do no wrong. And all of a sudden, now Dave Chappelle has got people mad at him. The whole thing, oh man, Katt was right, man. Dave ain't no real supporter. He's with Kevin Hart and them. That's his team and Chris Rock and all them. He's with that team. Dave been bought. I done heard all this, and I said, man, this is crazy. They said the same thing about me on day one. And Chappelle said the same damn thing I said. And you didn't listen to me. Nobody hates Katt Williams, but a lot of things he said was unnecessary. No one said it wasn't funny, but this isn't good for a comedy. It needs to be competition again. When does comics battle other comics? You have a great set, and you can compare your set to another comic set. You don't have to attack another comic. That's something that they didn't do in their acts. This is what I try to tell you. Chappelle is more Dr. King. Katt, more Malcolm X. Now, two fighting the same fight in the same war, different philosophies. Now listen to how this goes. Because D-Ray, Katt done looked out for him, so he loyal to the soil. He from the shop, but he get it. He one of them young comics who get that. He get what Katt was doing. Now, let's get to this point.
Yeah. And Wreck TV.
You put out an album, he put out a mixtape. Chappelle special dropped the same day as that interview dropped with Katt Williams. Netflix put out Dave Chappelle stand-up, which did very well on Netflix. Now, it kicked off number one. Everybody was going there to watch Chappelle's special. It was doing good. Called The Dreamer. So now he put that out. And this here with what he got going with Shannon Sharpe did records for anything on the internet. Nobody had ever seen a podcast show really do these type of numbers, especially with Black folks. And it did 50 million plus, generating over 200 million on the internet. And Katt Williams didn't get a dime. Let that be known. This is what Dave Chappelle said. This nigga saying he read 3,000 books. Ain't no money in that. So he brought up the money, is what Dave just did. He was bringing up a point. Somebody got paid. Somebody got paid. And the person who was on the show, who sat on the couch, who had all of this dialogue, got no money out of it. D-Ray ain't close to no 57 years old. He said, I do not know what Shannon gave him. Do you think Shannon Sharpe gave him some money? No. Absolutely not. He did not pay that man to come on his show. They pay for your hotel room if you're flying in. If you're not, you don't happen to be in the California area. They put you in a hotel room. They give you nice accommodations. But they're not going to pay Katt Williams to come in there and do that. The next time around, they might. There might be a bag. You're right. They could just say, hey, man, we ate real good. We want to give you a check to come on back. That could happen. That could easily happen. But here's the situation. That don't normally happen. And when they come and do these interviews, they had no idea this was going to do 50 million for them. And they're going to make all these millions of views. But Katt, even if they did pay him, it would be something low tier. But he wanted to come on the show. You think I know better than that? Now, here's the thing Chappelle was trying to say. I did numbers. I killed. I'm getting paid to do my thing. You're a comedian. You should be paid for your work. You did all of this basically on a talk show and didn't get nothing out of it. But here's where I would disagree with Chappelle on this subject right here. He didn't need the money. He got something more important than money. He got innate value. I got another video that's coming that's going to show you the results of what that 50 million views with Katt Williams has done for him. Katt Williams got a upcoming deal that is going to make him even more richer from everybody else wanting a piece of the Katt Williams brand. So he got something more important than money. He got value out of it. They said these many people are interested in Katt Williams. And yes, you're going to see that video very soon. We were already working on it before this came out with Dave Chappelle doing the stand-up. And he ended up getting more in return than the money. So the money is just a part of it. And Dave should know that because he walked away from the money. So he know the money ain't everything. But Dave brings up some other points. So at that point, I give the nod to Katt on that one when it comes to the actual money in the show and all that. But let's listen.
It sounds ridiculous.
Don't watch out. You have to pause about it so I know I was smart.
No, say it again. All right. He said, D-Ray, I will check. Yes. I put out an album and he put out a mixtape.
Yeah, your shit pop. You put out a mixtape.
I get another Casamino. It's fun being drunk, isn't it, Dion? Dion's got the right idea. This album mixtape shit you're talking about, and I've been doing comedy for almost 40 years, and I'm only 50 years old. And let me tell you something, I go to niggas baby christenings, I go to their weddings, I've gone to niggas funerals, and we're part of the game. It's this. He only eat the niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Katt is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing all ugly pictures of us? Stop.
So, Dave is bringing up a point of saying he's been doing comedy for 40 years, right? And he's seen all this stuff and people came and go and doing all this. And Katt is one of the best haters in the game. But what part of the game is this? Hating on people. That's what he's saying. You don't see white people doing this. Same thing I told you. You don't see Ben Stiller going at it with Adam Sandler. They're not, oh, we got to compete with each other. They'll get together and produce some movies together. I said that on day one. Day one that interview aired, I said that. But I'm gonna get to, you're right. Natasha, Napoleon, you are correct. But there's pieces that you're missing, Natasha. But I'm getting to that point. Because Dave's gonna bring that up now. See, the lick is really kicking in.
Hey, yo, did he say anything about me?
MREC
Did he say
TV.
anything?
Yes, he did. And what did he say?
Nothing bad.
That he loves me and I'm awesome. And you want to know why he said that? Because I've been nothing ever but kind to this nigga. And you can only say the same, and you can only say the same. I've never, ever hurt any of you. And all these niggas have taken shots at me because it hurts to be big. And can't and hurt people, but I'm a hurt person that never hurt people. And he does it all the time. Fuck this one and fuck that one and fuck this one. But nigga, I didn't do anything that you did wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong. Katt didn't do nothing wrong.
Now look, he's saying Katt ain't did nothing wrong. Now he said, I ain't never done none of y'all wrong, ever. Now, Natasha said they came out to him first. But here's where that also really isn't true, Natasha. Let me tell you where it ain't true. They came out to him when they did their interview on Shannon Sharpe thing. And they brought up Katt Williams because it was in the questions already. So they ended up bringing it up. Katt Williams had been talking about them on the radio. He has been bringing them up in the past, talking about they stealing jokes and everything else. So they're responding back to all of this. And like most of these guys, like Steve Harvey and the rest of them, they didn't say nothing. It was only Faison Love, who they've been having a lifetime beef, and Cedric the Entertainer. Steve Harvey didn't say nothing about Katt. So when they were responding to the questions and saying it on this thing, he came on the platform following them and played the victim. It's just that, yes, there is some truth in what he's saying. Definitely about Steve. Everything he said about Steve is true. Everything about Steve is true. But Steve Harvey ain't really did nothing to him except for trying to son him. Then they asked him to be part of the Kings of Comedy. And he was like, no, why would I do that? And I'm selling out my own shows. I don't need that, which he didn't. Plus, he already had movie deals set up for him. So he was going to Hollywood. Now, Dave is telling D-Ray, oh, Katt ain't never did nothing wrong, right? But he was like, I hate this one, I hate this one, and I hate that one. But Katt ain't never did nothing wrong. So he trying to tell D-Ray right now, Katt did some wrong. Right, that's what I said. Some of the things Katt went over the line on. But there's some of the people that have not done anything to Katt. Like they haven't stood in his way. They haven't even blocked him. Now, Sid took his joke. So, yeah, you will have a beef with Sid. You and Faison Love got a beef that's going on. So, yeah, you and Faison, you going at Faison, cool. You and Steve Harvey, really? There ain't no real beef there. Steve Harvey ain't been blocking you. You're never going to work with Steve Harvey. That's for sure. And and the thing is that stand-up y'all did and you embarrassed Steve and talked about Steve so bad, man, that dude cried. My boy was there and said, man, Steve Harvey cried, man. He cried. And said, that ain't what comedy's about. He left before Katt Williams finished the set. But before then, Steve was talking big. He was talking big. Talking about Katt, talking about he the little dog, I'm the big dog. He did all that talking. Then when he got spanked, then it was all this, man, this ain't what comedy is supposed to be about. He got lit up. There's a difference between competitive comedian and beef. There's beef here. No, there's actual beef. Faison Love and Katt Williams is beef. That ain't no competitive competition. Now, Katt Williams and said that really ain't no beef. That ain't even competition. That's just like, what is you doing? He mad that said keep lying about the joke. And he's like, dude, I've met you, said like I've met you 3 times about this one joke. Dude, I have done 50,000 other jokes. Dave Chappelle ain't owned by no damn company. Dave Chappelle is speaking how Dave Chappelle feel about the situation. And he's not cool with it. And I'm going to show you why he ain't. Now, just listen to him and D-Ray talking. Now, D-Ray boy is Katt. So, you know what I'm saying? So he up there trying to speak for Katt. And Dave is telling him why.
MREC TV.
I'm gonna bring a picture of a black guy, Katt that doesn't be.
And shouts out to MREC TV. Don't forget to subscribe to MREC TV once again, because he provided this clip. I saw it from him and nobody else. So I don't know if he's the originator of it, but I got it from MREC. Shout out with MREC TV. I'm subscribed to him. Did a wonderful job.
Hey, what you just did was someone called you, which I'm not gonna say the name you said who called you because I don't gotta do that. You already said the name.
MREC TV.
You said somebody called you and said that D-Ray said it was good for the culture. That's all they gave.
Oh, Marlon.
Right, Marlon. So that's the only information.
Yo, nigga, he's not the only one. Fat Joe Otis is coming.
MREC TV.
Is killing it. No, he's not. I am 50 years old. I am not beefing with you niggas. Ever. And if you guys want to play the game like that, then set them up. Let's play, nigga. But I don't. But if you come at me, let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Now he said, Dave is like, look, man, I ain't trying to beef with none of y'all, but if y'all want to set the game up and that's the way y'all want the game to go, let's go. Y'all diss me, let's go. They don't want that smoke. I'm going to tell you that right now. Y'all don't want that Chappelle ever to come out. If that Dave Chappelle comes out of the box, everybody who you think can stand in a room with Dave, you're going to learn then and there, you ain't good enough to stand up against Dave. You're not going to be able to stand up against Dave. No, that's what I'm saying. Y'all haven't seen Dave be Dave. Like if he's attacked. But remember what I told you. These are two smart comedians. Katt Williams know better than to go after Dave. He picks his fights very well. He's not going to do that. I told you, Dave is Martin Luther King. Katt is Malcolm X. In the same war, same fight, two different philosophies. So Dave is saying this isn't good for comedy. This is not about comedians don't battle other comedians. That's not how the game works. Your set, saying your set is better than this man's set, that's how you do it. You go out there to tell jokes, not to come out there and diss another comedian that's coming out trying to do something. That's never been part of the game. That is like looked at as shame, as a hater. Anybody who used to do that in the act, every comedian, that it was a comedian you didn't like, you had a personal beef with. Did that happen? Because y'all had a little incident that happened, so a joke or two would be mentioned for that person. Not an entire stand-up. Somebody would have to cross you. I'm not just going to go after 6, 7, 9 comedians and throw them in my act and make that my act. This is what Chappelle is saying. This is not finna make the game any better. This is going to make it worse. See, this is what he's trying to tell people, and you got to get the message. In hip-hop, when Tupac dropped Hit 'Em Up, all the beef started coming out. Everybody wanted to make a Hit 'Em Up. They think that's the way to do it. We got to diss somebody. So now people didn't even have a beef with somebody saying, man, I think they was dissing me on the record. I got a song for them on this record. Everybody got a diss record. Diss records coming out left and right. Now, diss records are getting people killed. Who has no money and no security? Comedians. Who they already tell jokes about people for a living. They already got people want to fight them. They work at a club called Bubba's, where one guy named Bubba with a fat belly got to try to stop 4, 5 drunk dudes from beating up a comedian. You just see Charleston White throwing everything he can, a microphone, flowers, anything he can to try to keep the crowd from whooping him. So you've been to comedy shows, hopefully in your lifetime. You've seen and know what I'm talking about. So where's this going to go? If you see comedians starting to diss other comedians on stage, this is going to lead to one comedian going to want to fight. And his homeboys, they going to have guns. Somebody going to get shot. Now it ain't going to be safe to go to the comedy shows because now everybody got comedy beef. And now there's shooting going on in the comedy show. And that messes up the money. And that ain't even what comedy is about. Dave sees where that is going. This is why Dave is saying this. But most of y'all, it is too smart for a lot of y'all because you cannot read what he's saying because he's been drinking and smoking. I know exactly what Dave Chappelle is saying because I said this from day one and none of y'all paid attention. That's because I was alive and I was old enough to see Hit 'Em Up when it came out and what it did. That song was abrasive and it changed the game. Nobody was really directly going at people like that and made it violent. When No Vaseline came out, it got Ice Cube beat up at an airport. or a bus station. That was it. Great, you see it now. I'm glad you see it now. But see, this is what I'm saying. That's the kind of activity it comes. Nobody said it wasn't funny, but it was wrong in a way.
Yo, D-Ray. D-Ray, let me tell you something about this nigga. I sat right there. I sat right, wait. D-Ray, I sat right there to come see him and looking out the window in anticipation. My story, it would break your heart. Your heart. If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never, ever told on anybody. And
you hear what he said? I lost everything. I lost everything and never told on anybody. I lost everything, but never told on anybody. Dave Chappelle said that. I lost everything and didn't give up a name in this business. I lost everything. If I told you my story, it would break your heart. Dave has never told the story. I told people that. Y'all didn't believe me before. I said Dave Chappelle has never told this story. He gets drunk and he gives bits and pieces and clues, but he never fully told the whole story, and he never named names for a reason. And he's bringing up this point.
If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never, ever told on anybody. And this nigga is the arbiter of truth. Katt, listen, I fuck with Katt hard.
Wreck TV.
But, wait, D-Ray, just tell me, what part of the game fucks up another nigga's paper? What part of the game is about telling on another nigga? Tiffany Haddish is lifting something heavy, and as clumsy as she is, I don't disagree with Katt. He be telling the real shit. Hey, this one's fucked up this way, and that one's fucked up this way. Yes, nigga, that is true. But why would you say that? Because all of us are trying to be in a better situation. Can we get over it? Open the window. Open the window. This room stinks.
You see that? Right. You see what I'm saying? What he's saying is, I ain't go out there naming names and saying all this stuff. I didn't tell on nobody. I lost everything. Didn't say nothing about nothing to nobody. And got all my stuff back. D-Ray is taking up for Katt. Chappelle is he's not a hater. He's not a hater at all. He's trying. Why would he be hating on Katt? You see, that's where your mind went, because you're not listening. You think this is hate. It's not. Like he said it right there. He just told you. He said, man, all the stuff he's saying about these people is true. It's true, man. You listen to this stuff, yes. Tiffany Haddish, she's going through some stuff. Yeah, all that is true. But why would you say that? You know, say that about these people. Like Tiffany Haddish never did anything to Katt Williams. Never. He apologized to her for that. And he came back and did it again. Threw her right back under the bus. So it was like Tiffany Haddish ain't never did nothing. Y'all were cool. Y'all got each other's number. Why do you keep throwing her under the bus? A black woman. He was wrong for that. He was wrong when he did it on Shannon Sharpe. He was wrong when he did it the first time because she has never done anything to him. Kevin Hart never done anything to Katt Williams. The only time he spoke on Katt Williams is when he was defending Tiffany Haddish on The Breakfast Club. Katt has been taking shots at this man over and over again as if Kevin Hart did something to him, when it's just not true. Told y'all that from day one. He did not do anything to Katt Williams, ever. He didn't steal a movie role from him. The studio said, okay, you can't make it to Australia. Whatever the reason is, Katt Williams needs to tell the world why he couldn't make it to Australia, where they were filming the movie Fool's Gold. So they had to drop him from the film because that's where they're filming. You can't go there for passport reasons or whatever. Kevin Hart's got a passport because he had went to Canada to do a stand-up show where they told him, hey, he got to get a passport. So he happened to have a passport. So when he went there, they called up Kevin Hart. Boom, he got the movie role. They took him and he took the place. And then they started trusting him because Kevin Hart's going to show up to the press, the media pressers. He's going to be there at 7 in the morning. He's going to be tired, but he's going to be there. He's going to do his media. He's going to talk to ABC, NBC, and doing all that. Katt ain't going to make all that. Katt going to say, y'all going to see me at 3 in the afternoon. Then he'll be like, Good Morning America comes on in the morning. Well, America's still going to be, my morning starts at 3 p.m. Good Morning America going to be late. They're going to have to show me on the rerun and show me tomorrow. They could tape it. And, that's just how it was. Now, Katt can say anything he wants. He said, I ain't never missed a media anything. Or, I don't know. All I know is the studios didn't want to deal with him no more. He had all these promises, all these movie deals, and it all went away. And they ain't just say we all throwing him away because we want Kevin Hart over you, and Kevin Hart crossed you out to get to the movies. That's never what happened. Kevin Hart didn't do anything, even when he was hating on Kevin Hart on the radio station because he's mad Kevin Hart is in all these movies. Now, all these movie scripts that had nothing to do with him, Ride Along wasn't going to be Katt Williams and Ice Cube. That wasn't supposed to be Katt Williams in that role. Katt Williams sees himself in there, and he's saying, oh, me and Ice Cube. No, Ice Cube got that movie and said Kevin Hart is the guy for that role, not Katt Williams. So his beef with Kevin Hart is all on Katt. That's all on him. His real beef is with the studios. And the only other person that would make sure you wouldn't get there and he don't like you is Chris Rock. Because you know what you did to Chris Rock, and Chris Rock is fickle as a mother. If anybody and every comic in the world who knows Chris Rock, they will tell you how fickle he really is. Really thin-skinned, really peculiar. He's not the Chris Rock you think. I told y'all when we ran into him, my boy was gonna knock Chris Rock teeth down his throat at the comedy club. And I'm like, I thought we was gonna have a problem with Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld was cool as hell. I mean, Jerry felt that way at first until I talked to him about Barry Sobel. I was like, oh, yeah, we used to watch Barry here, Barry Sobel. Yeah, that was my guy. Like, I used to like to watch Barry Sobel. Grew up watching Barry, and that's when he relaxed. Oh, yeah, Barry, yeah. Great guy. Like, he knew Barry Sobel, too, so, he relaxed and chill. I went and sat down. My boy, he nigga from the hood. You know, he see Chris Rock, he think like, oh, this Rock, what's up, baby? What's up, Rock? And he was looking like, do I know you? He was like, you with this nigga? I'm like, oh, God, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, yeah. No, he wasn't. He was perturbed that this guy even came to his table. And then they sent the guy over there like, yeah, could you guys move to the other table? Man, ain't going no goddamn where. Tell them to move. I was like, oh, shit. We ain't gonna be in this comedy place ever again. We're gonna get kicked out. Can't go with you nowhere, dog. Can't go with you nowhere. Man, he's ready to punch Chris Rock in his mouth. Rock was acting all bougie and like people annoying him. And yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But back to this. What Chappelle is doing is bringing reality to the situation. Like, what did bringing up all of that about Tiffany Haddish, what does that do? White comedians don't do that to each other. Why are we doing that? How are you fighting the system? Like he said, I'm fighting the Illuminati too. But what part of the plan is tearing down Cedric the Entertainer? Like he's trying to, y'all ain't getting the message. If you're fighting the fight I'm fighting, why you ain't battling the system? You ain't battling the machine. You battling the minions. You mentioning minions. That ain't gonna get nothing done. They could take one of them out and put another one in there. That's not doing anything. If you ain't battling the machine, then you ain't really in the fight. Didn't I tell you? Malcolm X, Dr. King. That's exactly what this is. Chappelle is thinking like Dr. King. Katt thinking like Malcolm X. They both in the same fight. Both have different philosophies. And Malcolm X ended up battling more people that look like him than Dr. King did. Dr. King was going up against the machine. His focus was battling the machine. He didn't have to battle and combat with his brothers, except for Malcolm, who would attack him and attack the other brothers who didn't see his way, who didn't see his philosophy of turn the other cheek and all that. He was, turn the other cheek. I had the right to defend myself. You know, so that's the actions he thinks like we had to go this way. It was a whole two different philosophies. But Chappelle is thinking more of Dr. King style. And in the end, so D. Mac Kelvin said that's crazy. Okay. MAK worked for the machine. Stop capping. You must be one of those Diddy boys. He worked for the machine. No, he worked with the machine to break the machine. Y'all people think y'all know Dr. King so much. This man died and did not have to die. Do you understand that? This man could have sit there and watched his kids grow up and had a nice life and just chill. This man went and got his head busted, got arrested, marched for miles, blisters on his feet. He didn't have to do that. He was straight. He had a job with the president. They could have gave him any job he wanted just to walk away from all that. He didn't have to fight for rights for other people. He could have just said, man, forget it. Everybody fighting me. I ain't got to do that. And y'all sitting here passing judgment on a man that was fighting for you to have some rights that you got right now. Your job got a union, you thank Dr. King. Because you wouldn't even be able to get a union. You wouldn't even be able to get insurance. Dr. King knew the power of nonviolence. That is a very powerful thing, especially in that time. Because when you go down that road, Dr. King knew if you act in violence, they control the news and the narrative, that they would say you attack them. They're defending themselves. They're animals. Look what they do. But if you don't fight at all, and they keep showing that footage, we had sympathy and support for people from the UK who didn't act like that. They couldn't believe America was like that. And all the people around the world that was seeing that led to support. That led to other people getting involved to help change laws and stop things that was in progress. See, it's a much bigger plot that was planned out. So it took a whole lot of people to make a lot of changes. Wasn't just all black folks. It was a lot of white folks, a lot of black folks, a lot of Latino folks that got involved too. They don't get mentioned. They act like Mexicans just was not existent at that time. Mexicans was here too. They fought and died. Same problem. Back then, we seemed to understood we was in the same boat. I don't know why now, well, we all know programming got everybody turned on each other. Y'all missing what Dave is saying. Listen to what Dave is saying, y'all. And shouts out to MREC TV. Don't forget to subscribe to him because he's provided this.
Over it. Open the window. Open the window. This room stinks.
That's what he's saying. Open a window. Open a window. This room stinks. You know what that means? Open a window. Clear the air. Clear all that out. That wasn't good for comedy, he thought. That wasn't good for comedy. It was funny, but it wasn't good for us to see a comedian, black, tear down other black comedians. He didn't like that. And normally people don't like that who are comedians. And I knew they wouldn't appreciate that. Because like he said, Tiffany, why would you even do that? Like, why would you even say that? Made no sense whatsoever, except for he's seeing her come along and get opportunities. And he feel other female comics should get it. If you feel other female comics should get it, then you help get them there. But don't try to tear down another black woman. Damn, did I knock this thing off? There we go. Don't tear down another black woman who doing something who ain't did nothing to you. Like he said, when did we start doing that? When has that become cool? And everybody like, yeah, Katt the man for that. And they was like, no, that ain't the way. So I understand what Dave is saying.
I want to be as respectful as possible, so I'm telling you this. And when someone called you, they said D-Ray said it was good for the culture. They tell you why D-Ray said it was good for the culture. It wasn't because I also said that what Katt said was he said a lot of personal stuff that has nothing to do with comedy. But the funny shit is funny. It's funny that nigga said.
Oh no, it was funny. I'm not saying. No, wait a minute. I'm not saying it wasn't funny. What did I say? I said a master chef could be Franks. I stand by that.
But I'm gonna break down to ask me why you did shit and your ability to do shit.
No.
Wait.
No, you know exactly. Stop. Stop with the semantics.
It's only fair.
Okay.
You said.
Tell your paragraph and I'll ignorant in a second. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I'll take your master. I'm saying though, Dave, all I'm saying is that, right, the things you did, the way that you move, you know not to never do that to somebody because of the way you were raised, because how you come from, because you have 40 years in. You said longer than anybody's been doing comedy. You said standard, so your way of moving is different. So Katt's way of moving, the way he came in, the way you came in is different. So I'm not making excuse for him because I don't think everything was right. I'm just saying, Dave, though, you're a superhero. And when you're a superhero, you can't move the same way. If you're a superhero, the way you are, you can't just flex your superpower for no reason, because you do have stories about everybody. Probably some personal stories about people.
No. I hear what you're saying. What is the difference? Wait. Hear me out. No one sat me down, nigga. No one sat me down. Who the fuck would sit me?
So, man, that's what we got. Now, Dave is trying to tell you, yeah, that's really Dave. Y'all finna, man, Dave is no nonsense. Like, y'all ain't seen Dave really be Dave. Like, if you gone and seen some of Dave's stand-ups and what he was doing, man, during that time he had left the Chappelle show and was hitting the stage, but Dave was Dave. Like, him and Dane Cook used to do like 24-hour sets, a whole day of shows, all new jokes, just random off the head comedy. Dave is brutal. Him and Dane Cook was going back and forth, topping each other, seeing who can go the longest. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't get it. Now, I understand what D-Ray said. D-Ray said that's the way you was raised and how you was came up. You don't do that, but Katt came up his own way, and this is just the way Katt is. Nobody ever really sat down with Katt and gave him a one-on-one, and you know, you can't be using your superpowers. Man, Dave like, man, give me the mic, man. Give me the mic, dog. Look, it ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't tear nobody down. Like he's saying, dog, I have lost way more than Katt Williams had lost. Dave Chappelle has lost way more. Okay? Way more than Katt Williams. Katt Williams never had. Let me tell you, if somebody got, like me, I had a $2.5 million. The deal was worth about 2.5 for me. So my thing is about 2.5 million waiting on me, or 2.2. That's waiting for me if I just go ahead and sign on the dotted line. all right, and just go ahead. I'm going to get to that level. It's there. I'm going to hit it no matter what. Everything get turned upside down when I walk away from that deal. All of a sudden, my views drop, everything down. They punishing me for not taking the deal. They actually punished me for talking about the deal and actually showing the deal too. That really pissed them off. Plus, I think academics did some work in that too. But he took it. He took the deal. He jumped right at it. His fat chipmunk ass couldn't wait to get that deal. I knew better. I said, I don't want what he want. He want to be famous real bad. I didn't want that. That $50 million deal, even Katt told you that's not true. That deal is worth way more than $50 million. The deal, he lost way more than $50 million. He was the number one biggest thing on television. That $50 million deal was chump change. They was going to put out other things that was going to be way more money off the strength of the Chappelle show. They were going to do other things on Comedy Central. They had other shows that they were going to put on the network. Dave was going to have his own slots to do whatever he wanted. So the $50 million deal was just for the Chappelle show. He had other things down the road that was going to be connected to that. The money wasn't even the problem. They were paying Dave. That's chump change now. Now you got to come with 150. So now you already see he was being underpaid then. Sylvia, when somebody's right, they're right. That's y'all get this thing about sides and so much. Y'all be, oh man, you on his side and that side. I'm on the side of truth. Many times have I told you I'm on the side of the truth. If the truth don't fit in your corner this time, maybe you need to get in the line of the truth. It's all about who you like. You make excuses for them. Dave wore that dress. It was a skit. He's making fun of the black woman. They were riding on Howard Stern. So yes, he did. Katt told the truth. No one said he didn't, but he didn't need to say it to the people that didn't do anything to him. Tiffany Haddish didn't do anything to him. When she talked about him on the Breakfast Club, it's because he already called her and apologized. He apologized to Kevin Hart. After Kevin Hart went on the Breakfast Club and lit him up because he was mad. He was mad that this dude has been doing that because he's been coming after him and he even said nothing. And y'all didn't care when he was going after Kevin Hart. Y'all didn't care. One bit. Knowing Kevin Hart ain't did nothing to this man. And I love Katt. Like I say, we know Katt Williams more than we know Kevin Hart. My boy is his DJ. All the concerts, all the specials, the DJ is my boy from Chicago, DJ Opio. That's his DJ. Seen Katt plenty of times. He's at the Mayweather parties. He was right there, TNT. He was right there, showed up all the time. And that's where he got the DJ from. Thank you. Don't forget, subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell. You said Tiffany got in trouble for airing out some stuff with Beyonce. Yeah, we remember that. And then you said, we ain't hear an uproar about that. Yeah, it was an uproar about that. Because people said, like, why you do that to Sanaa Lathan? You know, and why are you telling people's business? She had a whole thing of telling people's business. She told about Brad Pitt tried to hit on her on the elevator. She finna get up with Brad Pitt. She was doing all kind of telling. So people was like, and Beyonce and them told her, like, look, if you gonna hang around us, we don't tell our business. So they had to give her a talking to. She just run her mouth. And she don't know she gotta keep her mouth closed. She can't control her liquor. And we know that now, right? That's why she's in the rehab she's in. So who in the world she somehow didn't talk about that? We been talked about that. That's old. Maybe you just ain't been around, Doug. We've been on top of this game for a while now. What about JB Smooth? JB Smooth is hilarious, man. I told you, every time we've been around JB Smooth is funny non-stop. Non-stop funny. Man, I tell you, man, we was at the club every day, man. This chick, man, he talked to you like he been knowing you for 50 years. You just met him. He was like, man, I tell you what, man. I tell you, man, when the ass was fat as Texas, man. I swear it was bigger than Texas. Man, she come over there with that fat old ass, man. She drop it down like you. Ooh. I'm telling you, man, it'll change your life. Like he just every day talking. Oh, you talking about in the media? See, no, it was talked about in the media. If you think Tiffany, dude, do you know how much problems that gave Sanaa Lathan, who came out and said it wasn't true? She didn't bite Beyonce on the face and all that stuff. And she's like, no, that wasn't true. And she wasn't drunk. She didn't bite. Sanaa Lathan said it wasn't her. She didn't do it. But you know how many like the problems and issues that came for Sanaa Lathan with the black community and everything, because you don't hurt Beyonce and the Beehive going after Sanaa Lathan. It was huge. I was like, dude, they had to do an apology. That's why Beyonce didn't want nothing to do with that. And they had to talk to Tiffany Haddish, like, you know, you did this to her, you know, and you messing up her life. I don't need this heat. I just got out of the Carrie Hilson business. You know what I'm saying? They got bodies gone. People gone because of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole dirty look. They don't want nothing interfering in what they got going on. Yeah, Mac Mizzle, you smoke. Believe me, you heard it. You just forgot about it. It just came and went. But but you smoke, man. So I already know Mac Mizzle. But you heard it before. Just trust me, you heard it. This is some years ago. It just came and went. No, so Dave Chappelle was right. Dave Chappelle was right. Right as rain. When has it become cool to mess up somebody's paper who ain't did nothing to you? They not in your way. Tiffany Haddish ain't in Katt Williams' way. Why are you gonna throw? She ain't never did nothing to you. So why would you throw her under the bus? White people don't do that. And if you fighting the Illuminati like me, then go after the machine. You ain't going after the machine. You calling out black comedians. You picking and choosing your fight. And all tearing them down. They not keeping you out of nothing. Go after the machine. They fought the machine. They fought even Netflix and said, I will leave Netflix if y'all go ahead and air those episodes of Chappelle Show. I'm out. And we're talking millions and millions of dollars. And they said, well, Dave, if it make you unhappy, we won't air it. Even though Dave Chappelle agreed to a deal, he agreed to a buyout price for the Lolo for them. That's how they took the Chappelle Show off of his hands. They gave him a cash out price. He agreed to it because he had no choice at the time. Dave needed the money to pay bills. It was bad. It was rough times. He walked away from a show right when it was time for him to get everything. So they stole the show from him and everything. Got all the rights from the reruns and everything. So they could legally move the show to HBO, Netflix, everything. They just felt a certain way. They getting paid off me and I can't say nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. It just ain't right. Now that Dave then came back and built himself up, the people gonna be mad and boycott it, not watch it. They didn't want that. Comedy Central did not want the drama. Comedy Central said, We'll come back to the table and we'll cut you in on some of this money. We'll give you a piece. Because they knew they didn't want Dave to be talking down on people supporting it and watching it on streaming. So once Dave got his money and got part of it, Netflix got it back on there, but Netflix stood down with Dave. Now, how did they get all these deals? Because Fighting the Machine, they got all these deals because of who? Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler brought Netflix in. Adam Sandler movies couldn't sell dirt anymore. All his movies was bombing, from Jack and Jill, About a Boy, because all the people that grew up watching Adam Sandler movies, they were in their 40s now. Now you got these young people, they was watching Seth Rogen. You know, they were watching that comedy, Knockoff, Knocked Out, Knocked Up, and all that. Adam Sandler had the older comedy. He got old, so he couldn't do those Billy Madisons no more and Happy Gilmores. He's too old for that now. So he's doing Grown Ups and all this, and they just losing money. All these movies he's doing is losing money. So now, what do? Oh, we go to streaming. So he gets a deal on Netflix. Boom, there it is. Now he's got all his movies on Netflix, all the new movies he got, and doing this deal come out, and he's getting paid hand over fist just to put movies that's gonna flop on Netflix. So we get Chris Rock. Chris Rock get the deal. Boom. Then they get Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart get a deal. Boom. Then Chappelle comes along and get a deal. Boom. Dave getting 40 million. Kevin Hart getting 40 plus million. Chris Rock getting 40 plus million. It was like, whoa. And Amy Schumer comes around and she's mad. I want more money. And then they wouldn't pay Monique what she wanted. And she had way more bigger shows than Amy Schumer. And she's like, you will renegotiate with Amy Schumer, but when I say I want to renegotiate, like, let's negotiate. Just because I asked for more money, I'm greedy. So they had to work it out with Monique and pay her fairly. So it's just people get tired of having to ask all the time for what they are required. That should have been given. Kevin Hart movie was doing all right when I saw it. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw a lot of people had like hit the watch it. Well, if it was at the movies, it would have done a lot better. Um, Putting it on streaming, people feel like I can watch it, when I got time, because it's there now. You ain't kidding. I need to get some sleep. And that's exactly what I'm going to do before I go ahead and get into this. So shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Thank everybody who went to the Patreon and saw part 2 of the Hollywood Dark Secrets. We got the continuation over there on the Patreon. Hopefully you guys saw that. Welcome to HDII TV, Jack Sports with Jose Rodriguez. My Cash App is Carcino. So you want to donate and leave a question on there, you can. And God bless y'all, man. I'm out. Like and subscribe.